That is Giants CEO Larry Baer, who had a public fight with his wife Pam. More on her in a second. And this occurred in the San Francisco Plaza in Hayes Valley. The videographer said he sold the publishing rights to TMZ, but more importantly, the backstory on what occurred. Baer would go on to say, "My wife and I had an unfortunate public argument related to a family member, and she had injured her foot, and she fell off her chair in the course of the argument. The matter's resolved. It was a squabble over a cell phone. Obviously, it's embarrassing." Pam even went on the record saying, "We were having a family fight about someone in my family, and that's it." No, that's not it. Now, unfortunately, this goes to the court of public opinion, and here is what the videographer said, and then I'll give you a little more information. They sat down and started to have an argument. "I'm suspicious. I know this guy from somewhere," and another guy said, "That's Larry Baer. He knocks her down off her chair, gets on top of her, and puts his hands on her. She was screaming for help. She seemed pretty terrified. As soon as he felt someone else grab him, he relaxed and got off." And that is, of course, another crux of the issue. If they did not intervene, what would have potentially happened? If he did this in public, what would have happened in private if people were not there taping this in a public plaza? Yet this is not the first time that the San Francisco Giants have been under fire. Their majority owner, who goes by the name of Charles B. Johnson, donated to Cindy Hyde-Smith's campaign. You remember Cindy Hyde-Smith.
I would fight a circle song for him if he invited me to a public hanging at me on the front row.
And then there's even more. Come on, you remember Cindy Hyde-Smith, the one who was photographed in a Confederate flag hat and even posing with the Confederacy. So he then, Charles B. Johnson, donated $1,000 to a super PAC, called Black Americans for the President's Agenda, which created a racist radio ad that aired during an Arkansas congressional election before the midterms. Although he publicly, because of the public pressure, asked for all this money back, we know where your true colors lie. We also know where Larry Baer's true colors lie. The terrified screams of his wife Pam should never go unnoticed. Larry Baer should either be forced to step down or pay a heavy, heavy fine because of his actions. Again, if he's doing this in public, what does he possibly do in private when there are no people around him and not in a public plaza? If you want to know the backstory on Larry Baer, he first joined the Giants in 1980 as a marketing director. He then returned after a stint at Harvard Business School and in business to become part of the group that purchased the team in 92. He became the team's president in 2008 and CEO in 2012. Unfortunately, as we know it right now, unless something occurs with Rob Manfred, who everyone should be tweeting and writing to right now in the league office for something to happen, I do not see anything happening. Because Larry Baer, like many others, are just going to get away with it unless we, the public, stand up for Pam Baer.